Good morning. Good morning. So all your loved ones are well. Welcome to 2023. So today is a very gentle and a very small class, but I'm going to personally talk about what's generally happening. So one thing is, it's not against you. It's a wolf moon. It's the first moon of the 2023. It's going to bring up a lot of stuff. So be very gentle with your life at the moment. It is showing to you, either you can howling at the moon, you can howl at your emotions, or you can just observe with the light of the moon is so strong. So you see even in the darkness. Hi, Maria, and hi, Sage, that you're going to work with what is repetitively has been surfaced for you. Now, be very gentle. Most of you are writing to me, or I have seen you, is that you have come into a place of like a blockage. Now, for some of the people, this time will be emotional pain or a physical pain. It can be lost, it can be a past, or it can be a future that something has not been achieved in this time. Now, I will go to pain. Now, the reflection of the pain, I am not saying that you don't have a physical pain. So what is happening is, at the moment, if you can observe it, not just becoming a solidity to pain and becoming your body as a solid, and just understand that you're wearing this body as an energy field, and if the pain occurs, there is still a part, you are not the pain. So what is the pain is going stronger and stronger is you're identifying it with the past story of the pain, and the pain becomes out of consciousness, it becomes stronger and stronger. So I would ask you today in the class, try to breathe in and breathe out like an energy flow and creating that field, and just be conscious about that you don't have to constantly answer from the place of this solidity of a body that I am, because the weight of that thought itself is heavy. And when you carry that thought itself, it bumps into things and create further pain. But this is not, I am disregarding your pain. I'm just saying how to work with the body is to not totally identify with it as my body, my story, my pain. I'm a diabetic, I'm this, I'm that. So that's the pain. Now, let's say if this full moon has bring up to you, because last night at 6:55, I think around Eastern time, it formed. If it is an emotion that is repeatedly and coming up to you, just you have to not find an emotion to replace or find into something to numb it. Just as it's a field, it's a thought, and you don't really force it anymore. Like, let's take, there is a bottle of water. Are you interested in the bottle, or you are interested in the field of the water? What is important is the field, not the vessel itself that you call the body. So same when it comes to the emotion, just observe without processing it to a thought and a form and a solidity, just as a field. And what can you do to relax into the field is accepting the field as it is without asking any change. And then it will be a passing cloud, that it will be the field, that everything that has happened. So be very aware of these things that is happening and try to understand things through a vibration and a frequency and an energy, not so much of logic, because logic can mislead into certain furthermore distractions. So observe that whether your life is energetically lifting or it's plateauing, or it is something older is now destructively, you have allowed it to move away because it's no longer serving the purpose of the life. But saying that, very gently find a place to gently sit and very gently allow the in-breath to come in and move through the formation of the body, but as an energy field, in and out, so in a circular, and very gently finding a space to relax into it. And very gently, you are interested not on a certain direction. As I said, that it's very easy to understand the bottle, and you're interested in is in the field of the water or the air. And energy change and shift, and even tumors are grown by a certain level of a frequency and a vibration. And if you really see, if you put on a glass, on a flat mirror, a little bit of sand dust, and if you start oming, you could see it forms different levels of mandalas, and destructively also it forms. So for me, the whole world is a vibration of energy, not just the solidity, and it's changed the solidity into certain levels of patterns. So observe what kind of pattern that you're breathing is now energetically, intentionally, in a frequency and in a vibration, has allowed you to feel that you're beyond this body and beyond this mind. And very gently, shoulders relax and chest open. And very gently lift up the space of that gentle space of the heart field. Now very gently taking a gentle, another deep breath. And very gently, arms raised onto the crown. And bringing the palms into the Namaskar position. I want you to very gently, energetically, without the logic, just the feel and vibrate the sound of the field. Now, every field has a sound, whether it's Omkara, whether whatever it is. So chant it 3 ohms just to vibrate that energy field further from a place of centering and bringing that magnetic field into blossoming and flourishing and releasing certain things that unconsciously being held and held in custody of your unconsciousness. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Now just maintain the space of the frequency and energy and the vibration. And there is no need to entertain a thought here. Expand that field beyond the body and beyond the mind, beyond the past and beyond the future. Now, when you drop the veil of the body and the mind, your pain and emotion, which was stronger, does not have a place to anchor. But don't think that you're getting rid of it. Don't think you're inviting anything. Absolutely. The space of the heart field. Now sounds appear, sounds disappear. You're a field. The frequency of a thought or the vibration and energy appear and disappear. Not as a graphic, but as a state of consciousness. Now breath appears in the state of consciousness and disappear. Then you can even go further. The breath that breathing out appears in the field beyond you and then disappear into you. Appear into you and disappear. And then appear in that space of larger consciousness. Now, in appearing and disappearing through the prana, you could see you are no longer even in the body. Now, very gently, I want you to becoming aware of your Muladhara chakra. Very gently through your breath, just observe a wheel or a space in the end of the spinal column is activated. Just a space. It's not yours, it's not mine, it's not spine, it's not a chakra, just feel. I'm just giving direction to bring consciousness. And let the breath comes and bring the frequency and the vibration and energy by intention. And very gently, how that light of energy, frequency, and vibration moves into the navel. A bit more of a color change from the red to the orange. You're nothing than the energy. You don't have to cover it by your body. You don't need to cover it by a thought. Let the frequency and the energy and the vibration intentionally cleansing and clearing. Now come to the space of the solar plexus, a bit more yellowish. Energy is spinning. Energy is consciously being observed and felt. And very gently allowing the color of yellow now moving up to the heart into emerald green. Now, without a lot of words, a lot of information, let that energy to move into the throat. Does not have to focus on a color now. Just feel that energy as a feel. Let's observe the color, whether it's a bluish purple, and let the frequency and the vibration and the energy move into the space of the third eye. Let the energy move through into the space of the crown. Just as an energy, a vibration, and a frequency. And just as a light, now even the time of the moon, creating the space for the sun and to the moon. Very clearly allowing your spiritual intent to be there for this year. Taking that past pain as a growth. Not as a curse or a blessing. Very gently take a deep breath in. Arms raised onto the crown, cleansing the space and the aura. And really creating that, not a house, but a home, where all these energies can come into a place of service, place of growth. I'm cleansing the space very gently, the loved ones, past and present and future. Very gently having the gratitude, palms onto the Namaskar position in a place that your path has come in a place of understanding. Touching the earth very gently, respecting to the space of the gravity, form, and this dimension that you see and observe through the senses in your understanding, not totally become the solid version of that bottle, what I said. Very gently waking up the spine, one vertebra at a time, very gently, shoulder back. Just chest open. Now, every word you utter also has a frequency and a vibration and a field energy. So now you're very cautious about those. Twisting the spine very gently onto the left on an out breath. Very gently spreading that energy field even to the worst restricted areas. Breathing in back into the center. Shoulders relax and chest open. Twisting the spine to the right side. Stomach very gently pulling in the out breath. Shoulders are expanding. The breath is moving into the field, and the intention is going further than the restriction of the pain or the emotion. Breathing in back into the center. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently, I will move the camera towards Darren. Now very gently finding a place to gently lie down onto the floor, releasing the tension, allowing the body to settle very gently. Without the separation, this is a matter, this is a body, and not getting caught up in the solidity or the form. Just laying that energy very gently into the space of the floor. Shoulders relax and chest very gently opening. Notice your body is now free of judgment, free of reaction, free of commentary. But now what you call pain, body, emotion, sadness, happiness, you just observe with full openness this body that lying on the floor. Shoulders relaxed and palms facing up. Now with time and time, we have joined this class. We are now remaining undistracted. Now you understand the difficult emotion, sensation, and a thought is actually awakening you into your practice of your true self. Now you become better able to deal with those challenges. Now very gently take a deep breath in. And very gently clench the feet. And very gently allow the breath out to relax. Breathing in, clench and strengthen and mature your clenching into the capacity. And then breathe out and release and undistracted. Now clench into the calves and into the thighs. And release in mindfulness. Now take a deep breath in, clench the buttocks, clench the fist up to the navel. Develop that space of clench. And breathe out and release into the sequence of space. Releasing into the space of not condition. Now very gently clench up to the teeth, all the way breathing. Breathe out and release. Clench up to the face. Remain, but of a state of openness that you are beyond this clench, and breathe out and coming into the space of that undistracted awareness, leaving you free to rest in its natural clarity. Breath is coming, breath is going. Now very gently bring the knees to the chest. Completely breathe out. Give a very gentle rotation to the hip, knees. Onto the other side. Now I want your experience not to hold on to anything, the nature of the empty essence. It's awareness. It's compassion. Now take a deep breath in, forehead onto the knee, on the breath out. Stretch the back of the neck, back of the head, and breathe out and release the sheer relief. Now take a deep breath in and bring the left knee onto the chest. Just the left knee. Holding onto the back of the thigh. Take a deep breath in and stretching up to the ceiling. Now, even from the consciousness, you may want to come into the sense of familiarity of the body again and again. But it is the body, but you're out of the body or inside the body is not matter, but it is the consciousness. Knowing you have found that space of the frequency, energy, and the vibration. Now bring the back of the thigh a bit more closer to you, keeping the foot flexing towards you. Breathing with a gentle smile. And where there's restriction in the body, very gently bring in that level of consciousness of ease. Deep within. Now take a deep breath in and bring in the knee to the chest. Completely breathe out. Now very gently dropping that knee onto the right side. Over that foot, very gently. Even if your left shoulder can drop onto the floor. And take a couple of breaths to ease into that space of. So you will feel that there is a feeling of lethargicness. Suddenly body feel that lethargicness is that body is no longer tense. Breathing in very gently, coming back into the chest. And very gently take a deep breath in and breath out, relax onto the floor. Now right knee onto the chest, completely breathe out. Holding onto the back of the thigh and stretching up to the ceiling. Breathe. Now very gently, bring that knee closer to your chest. And very gently dropping onto the left side. Right shoulder blade relaxing onto the floor. The breath is allowing you to emerge into a deep ocean for the welfare of yourself, welfare of the others, welfare into all those areas, space of the health, space of the contentment of the self. Breathing in very gently, coming back. Allow the breath to bring that gentle but a resolute compassion to do all level of this consciousness, yourself, but not a self as a separation, into the space of this field. Now take a deep breath in, feet closer to the buttocks. Tuck the tailbone under, very gently lifting up the spine, one vertebra at a time on the out breath. Connection with the essence of who you are is the radical healer. Am I my solid formation of the thought, graphics, and body? Take a deep breath in without tightening the hamstring, bringing the spine down one vertebra at a time. Now very gently coming down. Now taking a deep breath in, peeling the spine from the mat. One vertebra at a time. Take a deep breath in, breath out, laying the spine one vertebra at a time from the cervical spine to the thoracic spine to the lumbar spine. Healing the relationship with the communication of this spine, of this chakra. Healing the mind and its frequency and the energy and the vibration from a space of a spirit. Only if this healing comes to you, it will come the healing into the planet, the larger versions of the universe. Now very gently take a deep breath in and bringing them both knees to the chest, forehead onto the knee, grab the knees and give a big hug into the space of the reference and take in that ultimate refuge. That you're retreating in this space of the full moon. You're retreating in the space of the inspiration and creating the vibration of that greater energy. Now very gently take a deep breath in, rock the spine and very gently coming into a place of seating. Now very gently stretch the legs into the front. Take a deep breath in, bend the knees slightly. So even knees slightly lift up is good because we are gently moving into the space of the practice without forcing the body. Now take a deep breath in, pull out the buttocks. Arms very gently raise onto the ground. And very gently rolling through the lower part of the hips, middle part of the belly, higher part of the chest. So that it's not bringing the chest down to the knees. It's rolling from the hips, extending the space of the spine, extending the space of the rib cage, and very gently rolling and rolling and rolling. And then also relaxing the tension of the back of the neck. Very gently allow that space of required practice, consciousness, what to do, and then doing it. Without the second guessing, without the direction of a graphic. Very gently, the vibration and the frequency of the body is flowing into that awake, curiousness, openness, state of deep, state of peace, natural, not artificially manufactured or labeled. but simply resting in that state of openness, undistracted awareness. Now, very gently taking a very gentle breath and coming back slowly, shoulders relax, shoulders roll back very gently. See the body that you're gently guiding it into a space of consciousness, not into a force. Now, very gently, shoulders roll back, palms onto the floor, into the back. Now, you can totally stretch the legs and lift up the buttocks, or you can come into a place of a tabletop. So it might be stronger, or you can point the feet down and do the Purna posture, opening up. Contract the glutes, not so much of the bone structure, and take a deep breath in and coming back down to the floor. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now soften the hips. Now give a good rotation to the feet, rotation to the wrist. Release the tension of the knuckles and fingers that accidentally, through your unconsciousness, that has created an energy blockage. It's a progression, very gently allowing you for preparation to release the tension and allowing the vehicle that you have worn, that you call the body, to come into a place of relaxation. Now take a deep breath in and bring in the left knee onto the chest. Now very gently bring in the left foot onto the right side. Now take a deep breath in, shoulders roll back, left arm reaching up to the ceiling, roll back into the back, right arm reaching up to the ceiling, right elbow landing next to that knee. Now take a deep breath in, shoulders relax. Take a mudra on your right hand to remind you about the essence of this approach. Now take a deep breath in. Now allow the breath to move out by the head, turning onto the left shoulder. Relax, mindfulness. The energy that is coming in is coming through undistracted awareness. Whether it's a breath, holding the posture in the background and in the form is in the space of stillness. And you become more familiar of this. So there is a gentle smile in your palate, gentle smile in your body, even into the place of the DNA, that you are warmed by the comfort and the ease of that flow, with this knowing, with this experience of the essence of this truth. Now very gently take a deep breath in and coming back, shoulders relax, knee to the chest and release, and let go of that leg, which is the left. Now take a deep breath in and shrug the shoulders up, tilt the head back and massage the back of the skull. Shrug it up as possible, tilt the head back, open and close the mouth wider, releasing the tension in the jaw, wider, wider, wider. Drop the shoulders, chin to the chest, breathe out. Breathing in back into the center, shoulders relax and chest open. Now stretch the neck to the right side. Back to the center. Stretch the neck onto the left side. Breathing in back into the center. Shoulders relax. Now, in the same conscious level, bring the right knee onto the chest, right foot onto the left side. Very gently, left foot flexing. Take a deep breath in, right arm reaching up to the ceiling, roll back into the back, shoulder totally opening into the back. Left arm reaching up and landing next to the knee. Now, often you may still feel the body as a vessel, that you're carrying it, but you're not. You're moving through the space. You're moving through, not necessarily through the limbs, not necessarily through the arms, not necessarily through. The more you identify by the body, more heavy the body becomes. Now, as you more relax into the space, heaviness has given the way to the lightness. Darkness has given the way to the lightness. Uneasiness has given the way into easiness. Unconscious has given the way to the conscious. So it is totally not in gravitation, but it's in floating space. Because you're not anchoring into a body, you're not anchoring into a sensation. You're just in the space of a vibration floating, a vibration and a frequency in a space, energy in a space that you were not known by common. Very gently allow this energy, wherever you want to direct it to, even to a DNA. Breathing in very gently, coming back. Shoulders relax. Keep that space of the lightness. Lightness that you can feel through a field. The experience that you are feeling through a field. Not a disconnected, not troubling. Now take a deep breath in and very gently release the legs. Now shake the legs, shake the arms, release any static out of. The shoulders relax and just open. Now very gently bringing the knees to the chest. Arms raise onto the ground, feet stretch up into the Navasana. Breathe out, knees to the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, knees to the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Holding the knees. Keeping the feet above the ground. Now, if you can, just gently lock onto the toes. And very gently stretch into the front. Slightly bending the knees. Then feet apart if you can. If you roll back, that's fine. Shoulders relax. Now just observe the tension building up on the back of the shoulder. Anything that arousing that as I can't do it, anything that is commonly going into your old story, observe it. Arousal of energy coming through the chakras, observe. Knees to the chest, completely breathe out. Now very gently let go of the feet and relax back. Now pull the buttocks again. Now very gently soften the knees, don't lock into the knees. Simply, if there is any tension occurring as you want to generate the posture more strongly, relax into that intention or relax into that tension. Pull out the buttocks, arms raised onto the crown. Lengthening to reach and roll forward. Simply observe. Observe, you are not having a journey of the ego. As soon as you realize it, it passes. Now very, very gently reaching forward. Take time. Allow the body and the energy to flow, vibration and frequency. And if you want to feel, don't feel the body as a dense solidity, but a hollowness. Hollowness. Empty. Nothingness. Don't go to the logic of nothingness. The luminous of nothingness, the vibration, the space of alive. Bring this awareness, what is pleasantness. Now very gently take a deep breath in and very gently wake up, very gently coming. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently palms into the back. Even if you don't lift up the body, open the throat and the jawline up to the ceiling. Now very gently take a deep breath in. And very gently, if you are up, coming down and drop the elbows and keep the same sensation of the throat and chest is lifted up. Almost like the pose of the fish. Matsyasana, deep relaxation. When you are simply relaxed in the pose, we go with the feeling of deep relaxation. We can move on past the transitional phase where inner light appears. The posture beyond the posture, the deeper realm of the stillness appears. Now take a deep breath in and coming back, shoulders relax and chest. Now coming into a pose where you want to lie down or sit down, it's up to you. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently come into that space and take a deep breath in. Breath out. And very gently losing that awareness of that solidity in the body. Very gently coming into the space of that infinite space. Even the space is feeling. The space of infinity. So see there's any creativity coming for you. It might be very alive and healing, yet is a very empty of anything definable or recognizable as a specific object. The language here is different. It's space, infinite, vast with no borders, no boundaries. And it is accompanied by very expansive, warm, contented, blissful feeling. So I want you to embrace this space not as an individual, not as a duality, not as a religion, the infinite field of consciousness. You're not in this space as a body. You're not in this space as a thought. You're not in this space tangible or opposite to tangible. Allow it to be more mystical. Observe that your mind is trying to experience it as an object or a subject. If a vision comes, of course, take note of it. Allow it to be in the space of transcending, transformative experience. Allow it to be navigating you rather than you try to navigate it. Now, if the creativity begins for you in this space, beyond the thinking mind, the part that observing the experience. Now you could see that there is me, there is the experience, and there is me. When you see there is me, who is experiencing there is me, can't be there, it's me. Which is the observer and which is observed is in the state of infinite consciousness. And in this very moment, the duality is in the background, quite subtle. But it is a duality. In a space less than a duality. Now it's pureness. Duality merge into the state of the union and disappear. There is me, then there is observed. Now let's experience that unity and oneness that happening. Not to me, because you see me also. Or you see you. It doesn't have to be a longer time, it just can be a moment. But there is a truth that deeply reassuring. Now it's totally introducing in a brief moment the new, the infinite version of you. Where you get to know you, then you get to know everyone without separation. Now all those questions and doubt in the mind is answered, not by a solid form, but beyond. Because the biggest question is, inquiry is who we really are. The truth on the space of the heart field. Now very gently, if you're lying down, preparing yourself for a gentle seating. Shoulders relax and just hope. Have I come back to my body? Not really. Because you get into the car does not mean you take the car to the bed and to the toilet and everywhere. You get out of it and you get into it. So you get into the body and you get out of the body. You get into the body to serve the purpose of the consciousness, and immediately it has served, you get out of the body and you rest in that space. So the difficulty of the body, the pain of the body, is that really you? Or you have the choice of getting in and get out. So if you take the space of the class, it's not so much logic, because I cannot explain. I have to use the language to explain the conditions of the mind and take you beyond the mind. Now, knowing that, very gently, arms raised onto the crown and cleansing the aura and the space, that we have come into a unified level of a feeling, a field, experience called uniting awareness. Very gently protecting and becoming aware of the space of the crown chakra that has been awakened, third eye that has been awakened, throat that has been awakened. When I say throat, all the intelligence goes in the body as a hormone level, as an energy field, as a DNA field, all that has been awakened. Heart, all what is content of a heart field. Solar plexus, navel, Muladhara. Arms very gently raised and cleansing the space and the magnetic field, that what you call the energy field of your home. Loved ones without separation. Coming on to the Namaskar position in gratitude that we have come in this Nivya, in this full moon, to awaken that space and come into the unity of that infinity. Namaste. And namaste to everybody. Namaste Sylvia, namaste Daza, namaste Liz, namaste Maria, namaste all your loving pets. So there is also a space of a unified being in that space of the pet, because we understand now everything in this universe is a space of beingness. So you will never look at a rock as a rock anymore, a tree as a tree anymore, but as a field of energy, a vibration and a frequency. Now, it is very, very, very important that we keep this space of creation without disturbing it. Because when you're disturbed, everything will mimic the disturbance of you, and then you have create furthermore disturbance. So it can be a very destructive as ill health, uncomfort, emotional drainage. And furthermore, we can take it into a relationship, we can take it into a so-called level of richness, poorness. So once this field is in the place of richness, where your body and the mind is not conditioned to understand these spaces, it will only go back to the space that you have been conditioned. Oh, I don't have enough of this. I don't have the fashionable car. I don't have the right relationship. I don't have the right health. I don't have the right body. Now, what is important is the field that come into the manifestation beyond the image. So every thought is giving a birth to the field furthermore. Every emotion giving birth to the field. So you are the mystery and you have the compass and the direction. So make sure wisely you have choices. If you don't have the practice, you will be driven by emotion and thoughts and bodies and materials. I'm not saying not to enjoy it. Please do enjoy everything in this space of this planet or beyond. Some people have such a way of channeling beyond and enjoy everything. But I was just giving you an amazing full moon class to take the 2023 and 22 as your field of the school, and now that you are generating into the space of celebration of that space of infinity, which is cannot be given by somebody. It can be only raise the vibration as a unity together, which we are doing. So it's a beautiful sunny day. Go and enjoy and be with the space of the loved one. And it was a very gentle class. So take it gentle, not necessary. Try to understand that the body is there to serve the purpose, but don't get caught up in the solidity of it. Oh, this is body, because at that very moment it becomes a weight. It becomes a weight. Emotion can become a weight. Ill health can become a weight. So keep it in the vibration and the frequency and the energy of flow if you want to understand furthermore the study of this unity. Namaste, Sylvia. Namaste, Daza. Namaste, Liz, and your loving pets. Namaste, Sage and Maria. And namaste to all the loving pets has come and joined the class. And my love to you all, and Daza's pets too. Love you all. Big hugs for you. See you next week. Namaste.